All right. Let me switch this right here. Okie dokie. Here we go. All right, let me connect to all of my things and see what goes on. Oh no, he going somewhere else. Okay. All right, let me get myself together. Goodness. Where am I? Okay. All right, there we go. All right, so found my link. Of course, the chat ain't there, but it is what it is. I guess I got to do the pop out. All right, popped out the chat, so that's over here. Stacy, what's good? What's cracking? What's happening? What's going on, Don? All right. Well, alrighty then. What was I about to do? Let me see how the audio is. Hold on. Audio's good?
Audio's good?
Yeah, audio's good. All right. Hope the AC not hitting the mic too much. But it must be on. It's hot as fish grease. It's hot like fish grease. Oh, I gotta move this down so I can see the chat. And I gotta get this link so I can spread the word. Let me see. All right. All right, so I got one on. Two on. All right, cool. All right, Vito is good. Oh, I need to put this also in the group. The groups. Yes, I am, Jay Carly. Where you at? Jay Carly she must be working. All right, so that's one right there. And I apologize. I know this. Sometimes this is so time consuming trying to distribute this. But I want to give up everybody an opportunity to get on the vibe with me, to get on the vibe with us. You dig? I know y'all can dig it. So we was traveling all night yesterday into early this morning, and I came home. Well, I came to where I'm staying, and literally crashed. I had to take a power nap. I couldn't do it. So I'm just waking up. Literally just waking up. But I feel refreshed. So I put in this hour and change until the market closes, and see what goes on. See what goes on. I think I got this everywhere now. I believe I do. I do. That's okay. Let me put it on the timeline too. That's actually one place I don't put it. I didn't even think about that. Let me put it on my timeline too, just in case. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. You can make it a story too. Wow. See, you learn something new every day. All right. Let me see what you're talking about. So it's 2:45. That's not bad. About an hour. We'll see what goes on. JT, what's happening? What's up, Winston? What's up, Walker? Buddha, what's good? Patrick, what's happening? Blondie, what it do? What it doozy? All right. All right. All right, yeah, so I'm good. I made it. We were traveling last night. So we arrived at our destination. So I'm here now, just chilling. I'm gonna be right up at the Starbucks. There's a Starbucks not far from here. Shoot up there for the recap. You know, I'm back in my zone now. Back in my zone. Yeah, that was a pretty long drive. Actually, that was work. You gotta put work in it when you driving, man. That shit is crazy. And it's so funny now that I'm older. I hate driving. Like I don't like driving no more. Like I'd rather be driven. Yep, I would rather be driven. Kyle, what's good, man? All right, let me see something. Oh, I needed to get to Zach. Let me get Zach set up real quick. Oh, excuse me. Oh, come on, why this ain't going down? What? Oh, it might be because this is down. Hold up. Yeah, let me move it down. Let me try it now. Come on now. Come on, Chrome. Slowing me down. All right, this is for Zach. And Zach is good. All right, cool. Where is... There we go. All right, what's happening, Tyler? Tyler said you be my driver, huh? The golden nugs coming while we move about NYC. Yeah, I definitely got you. I definitely got you. Stacy said, just wait, my baby's gonna be driving me. That's gonna take some time. Cause them babies don't know how to drive nothing yet. My oldest son don't even drive. This dude was kind of, he wasn't all in when it came to driving. I don't think that he realized the value of it as he was moving through like middle school and high school. He didn't realize the value of it really. I did. I taught him basic stuff, and then he was supposed to take a driving course, but that never came to fruition. So it's one of them things where he just never learned how to really drive. And now I don't feel like teaching him. You know, like you just get to a point where you don't feel like doing something. Teaching him how to drive is not. I don't feel like doing that. Like it's mad time consuming. And then he just graduated from college, so he really was into his college experience very heavily. So he never really made the time either to learn how to drive. So it just is what it is, man. It is what it is. Yeah, yeah, that's what it is. Don said driving is not a game. It get real out there. That is a fact. You cannot be soft. And I came up, like my mother taught me how to drive actually. And my mother is a New York driver. Like the way that she taught me, first thing she told me, she said, first of all, I'll let you drive a little bit local, but you're going to have to drive in the city. And she said it just like that. She's like, you're going to have to drive in Manhattan. And I was like, I just was bugging out. I was like, what? I was like, nobody drives in Manhattan. She was like, you're going to drive in Manhattan because you're going to be a good driver. And sure enough, she taught me how to drive defensively. And that was that. That was that for me. I locked in on driving. Became very good at it. Yeah, right? He said he got to get some roller skates or something. He better get one of them electric skateboards or something. And a helmet. I'm like, I know you'll think I'm going to be coming to pick you up and all of that. But nah, he's not like that. He actually does move about the city, through public transportation very well. So it's nothing for him to hop on the subway or to take an Uber. But I'm just like, bruh, you're going to have to be making Uber money though. Over there talking about, nah, I'll just take an Uber. I'm like, all right. Okay. Hope you got Uber budget. Yeah, but he finally hit me up and told me that he wants to learn how to trade. So he's actually learning how to trade now. He's in training. And I'm training him just like I would train anybody else. For real. Yep. I'm like number 301, bro. 301 on repeat. And leave me alone. Don't ask me nothing. Yes. Yes. Manhattan driver with great patience. Exactly. Exactly. Isn't it? It's interesting how they kind of like go together. What? To drive in the city? You definitely need patience because if you don't, you'll have total outraged road rage. Like for real. Your road rage will be ridiculous. Because people in the city, they mad disrespectful when they driving. The pedestrians are mad disrespectful when they walking. And you got to deal with pedestrians, you got to deal with the cars, and you got to deal with the cabs. Yo, there's no one more disrespectful than a New York City yellow cab. Them dudes don't give a shit about nothing. They could be in the middle of the street and to get a fare, like if somebody's hailing them or whatever, they will stop. They don't care who's there. Cops could be there. It don't matter who's around. They will stop in the middle of the street, hold up traffic to either let somebody out or to pick up a fare. Mad disrespectful, man. Mad disrespectful. Yep. Winston, oh, for real, your son learning, bro. You charging your son a monthly fee? Hell yeah, I'm charging him. He can afford it. He said, am I charging him? Hell yeah, I'm charging him. He don't get off. But Monty, when you say the city, the 5 boroughs count too. Oh no, yeah. The 5 boroughs definitely count. Yep, 5 boroughs definitely count. And well, Manhattan is a different animal than the other boroughs. Like, and lower midtown Manhattan is even different than uptown Manhattan. Like Harlem is a little different than midtown. Not even a little different. It's different. There is nothing like midtown and lower Manhattan. Period. For you to drive in that circumference, you got to be a real driver. You can't play no games. Because when you get down to Soho or like where else is crazy? Like the Village, the streets are more narrow. Depending on how far down you go, you driving on the cobblestone roads. So you got to deal with like elements, you know what I'm saying, in the city that you don't have to deal with nowhere else in the 5 boroughs anywhere. So Manhattan is a different animal, and also Queens is crazy. Queens is retarded with driving, like on Queens Boulevard. Crazy. Yep, crazy. So you definitely got to be on point to drive throughout the city. Brooklyn is not that bad. Highway driving is a pain in the ass. So like if you driving like on the BQE, or you driving on the Deegan or FDR. FDR is worse than the West Side Highway. West Side Highway is a little bit more open. FDR is tighter. So anytime you're dealing with tighter situations, it means you're so much closer to cars. Like when you driving side by side, cars is right there. Like they, you can see their eye color. You looking over us and they looking at you like, where you going? And you got to deal with all that. So everything is close, is within the same vicinity, just close and tight. So you got to deal with that. If you claustrophobic, it ain't gonna work for you. You're gonna be scared to death to driving, man. Yep, for real. Kyle said killer bees. I know, right? That was a funny conversation. Crazy. Yep, they don't stop. Monty said, don't mention bees, I'm still sore. I said, Mark said he take it all out, buddy. Hell yeah. He think he gonna get a free ride? Nah, man. But no, see, like with my son, I teach him that because I'm like, nah, you can't, you're not gonna get off easy for something that you want to do. So if you want to do it, you got to treat it just as if it was anything that you wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? You don't go somewhere and be like, oh, can I learn how to do this? Oh, can I learn how to do it for free? No, that ain't how it works, man. So you're gonna have to do it the real official way. And that way, now you got skin in the game. You're gonna take it serious because you coming out of your pocket to pay for it. If I pay for it, then you're gonna be bullshitting, right? Lessons, life lessons. Riley, what's good? Stacy fun. She called me tight. I'm George Jefferson tight. What's up? Yeah, exactly. See, look, Don is on my vibe. He said that's the only way he's gonna learn the value of his investment. Facts. You know how that go. Anytime your kids don't pay for something, how do they treat it? Like you buy them, you get them all these game systems, and they getting laptops and tablets and all type of stuff, iPhones. You buy them all that stuff. How do they treat it? They buy it. How do they treat it? There's a difference. You know what I mean? So there's a lesson in that. For real. Patrick said, nothing like New York City. No, definitely not. Definitely not. He said, I'm crazy aggressive driving in the city, need to make the first move. Yeah, you got to be assertive. You know, you can't be all timid and shook and nervous and all of that. You definitely cannot do that. Yo, it's mad hot out here. Jesus. My goodness. Joshua said his kid gonna pay for his first birthday cake. You gonna pay, bruh. You gonna pay. I don't care that you can't talk yet. You talking ain't got nothing to do with it. You can communicate though. You gonna pay for this damn cake. I'm with it, Joshua. Shoot. I'm with it. That's funny. Like, shoot. That cake ain't free. You think that cake is free because you won? You turning one? Nah, man. And then you want the one that got your picture on it and all that too? Alright. Yeah, you're gonna have to pay for that, bro. I take it out your college funds. I take it out your 504. Nobody want to talk about bees. Oh, snap. Slav, what's happening, man? Slav said that's how Warren Buffett told his son. Oh, yeah, that he got to pay his own way, right? Yeah, man. Because I think that you do them a disservice a lot of times, too, when you just pay for everything. You know, like my younger son is like that. He has a whole conversation with me about stuff. His thing is he wants to know how much stuff costs. But he's like, well, I'm just curious. And I'm like, well, why do you want to know? You know, like if we go to dinner or whatever, he always asking me how much the bill is. I'm like, are you paying? No, but I'm just curious. And then when I tell him, he's like he can't understand the numbers. Like to him, numbers are huge. So, you know, the dinner might be $200 or $150 or something like that. And he's bugging out. Like, he was like, oh my goodness, like it costs that much? And it's like, yeah. Like, you want to eat good, right? Okay, of course. So he's starting to put the pieces together, I think, because he's like, well, damn. To live the lifestyle that you want to live, it costs money. Yes, it does. And it's better that you learn that early than later. You know, better now than later. Without a doubt. Don said, my dad is well off. Growing up, he made me work for my money. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, as he should. Yep. I remember when I was real young, I'm talking about like 8. Between 8 and about 12. Yeah, 8 to 12. Because around 13, I started doing other stuff. I think I did something with like a paper route for a little while. And then I did one more thing after that, and then I got my working papers when I was 14. But from the time I was like 7, 8 until about 11, 12, I did chores in the house. I used to clean up the house and get money. My mother used to pay me like every week. She would pay me anywhere from $25 to $50, and this was back in the 80s. At that time, and when I realized, I was like, whoa! I was like, you paid me that much? Like that was a huge amount of money to me. So I used to save. I used to stack my money up. I always been like that, you know. So I would accumulate money, and I would have hundreds of dollars when I was a kid. Like I'm not even 10, and I got like $500. And she's like, where you get all this money from? I'm like, from chores, from saving my money up, from doing these chores. But that's how I learned like good habits, like how to clean up, you know, how to maintain cleanliness. And what I did was I did one real big cleanup of the whole house, and then I just maintained it from that point on. So I have to always do a big cleanup. So I used to be yelling at people, making sure they ain't putting no dishes in the sink. You know, I used to stay on top of stuff, so I would never have to do a big cleanup. It would just be easy, but I still get my $25 to $50 every week. You know what I mean? So outsmarting the system. I learned that shit early, boy. That's it. Riley said market been having a lot of fast moves today. Yeah, I can see that it still has a level of acceleration even now. It looks like it's trying to transition though. It actually looks like it's attempting to transition. And we only got about an hour left, so it need to make up his mind what it want to do. Right now, it just looked like it want to move around still. But it is what it is. But there was an MRMH this morning though, right? Wasn't the MRMH at 10 something? What's so crazy, man, I went to sleep so hard after that. I think I had posted that. I posted that, and then I had a little brief conversation in the chat. Because I think that Walker posted something else after that. He posted a video of the binary that followed. It was like either the next one or the one after. And that's all I remember. Mind you, I'm laying in the bed. I got the laptop open. All I remember is that. And then I was out. I was knocked. Yep, I was knocked. Yep. Joshua said paying for talk lessons too. Shit. Word up. Like you listen, you paying for consultations, bruh. I think it's back on. Yeah, this phone got mad hot. Damn. I don't even have it charging or nothing and it cut off. Yeah, it looked like it reconnected. All right, cool. Yeah, it must be, man. It's mad. It is hot, but damn. That thing, phone just started overheating for nothing. Like, for no reason. Let the air conditioner blow on it for a minute. All right. Stacy said, my parents spoiled me. I appreciate, and right to this day, I take care of my mom and would not be taking care of my dad, but he is not here no more. Or would be taking care of my dad, but he's not here no more. Cause, all right. Yeah, because you're a great child. Appreciate your parents doing stuff for you. Star said, take a trade on the laptop in the restaurant to pay for that bill. Yep. I've done that before, actually. Yes, I have. That's why don't nobody tell me nothing. If I'm in there on the at the table with my laptop, nobody says anything because they know what it is. They know what time it is. Ramadi said, Warren Buffett, give your kids enough money to do what they want, but not too much so they do nothing. Ooh, that's hard. Riley said, need the money to live the life that you want. Yep. Come on, internet. Don't start. Don't start acting up now, please. Come on. You were doing so good. All right, there it is. It's there. All right. Winston said, still a good amount of money to any 10-year-old except for my 14-year-old daughter. But Monty, I learned good habits from the switches in my granny's backyard. Right, the one she made you go pick, right? She made you go get your own switch. Jay Carly got live FOMO. Matthew said, I was 12 when I decided to cut lawn, $10 a yard. Cut 6 yards in a day. My pops took half my money for using the lawnmower and gas expenses. The business lasted one day. Right, as soon as he took half, that was it, right? He was like, whoa, hold up. But you know what's so funny? Because when you are young, you limit your association. And what I mean by that is, like, if you take that scenario, like somebody is letting you use their equipment to hustle, to get money. In your mind, you're like, well, I did all the work. I should get all the money. This is how you think as a young person. But you're not thinking about the fact that the person, you wouldn't even have the ability to do it without the person giving you the equipment. You see what I'm saying? So, like, these are early lessons that you begin to learn. Hopefully, if someone tells you that. But as a kid, you're not thinking like that at all. You're like, I ain't doing that shit because last time he took half my money. I ain't working for him. And in your mind, you associate you working with working for the person. And it's like, nah, that's a partnership. He provides you with what you need to do the job, and you do the job, and you split the cost down the middle. Or split the profit down the middle, rather. Yep. So there's a lot of valuable lessons that you learn along the way. But I noticed that, unless kids are kind of given direction and guidance, they ain't gonna think like that at all. They're like, I ain't doing that. I ain't working for him. I ain't doing all the work, and you won't do nothing. You just sit back. It's like, well, I gave you the daggone equipment to do it. You wouldn't be making no money. You want to make zero money? All right. And depending on who it is, they'll go get somebody else to do it. Can you imagine that? Yep, they'll go get somebody else who's willing to do it. They're like, listen, you don't want to do it? All right. Somebody else want to get this money. Joshua mentioned something earlier. What did he mention? Something about a binary. Hold up. Did I catch that? He said I didn't see it. Okay. But mine said they got news at 2 o'clock for the pound. Oh, that must have been FOMC news. Was it FOMC related? FOMC. Usually the FOMC will release information, or like there'll be related news to that around 2 o'clock. And a lot of times that does affect the market pretty heavily. Yes, it does. That is very true. Yep, that is very true. Yeah, check out this right here. This 2287. This is going to give us some information right now. This is going to give us some info right here. Got some information there. All right. Y'all peeped that, right? The 315. Joshua, what you think about that one? JJ said, any cure for FOMO? Oh, that's what I saw. Okay, you said what would have been the follow through? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Were you talking about what I mentioned earlier about when you had posted after the MRMH? Is that what I'm trying? I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up with the comments. Oh snap! Cindy taking a shot. She said, "I guess he needs to go phone shopping." Oh snap! That's funny. Tyler said, "Reflecting the windshield keeps that sun out." Yeah, it definitely does. And I have one, and I never use it. What is that? Like, why do I do that? You know what it is? Because I like to see in front of me. That's why. When I'm in the car, I don't like not being able to see the what's out the windshield. What time is it? 3? Oh snap! I'm just realizing these kids is in school down here. Oh snap! That's crazy. What, August 23rd? Yeah, that's about right. I forgot about that. They go to school like a month before kids in New York do. Mick said our series in church is called All In. Can't predict the future, so let's take our skill and create one. Wow, that's hard, man. That's hard. Joshua, that price and stability was looking close. Yep. Movement was slow, but a little. Yeah, it did have slight instability in it, but it looked good. That looked good, and that actually gave us some good info. It actually did. Did yo? What did you see after the one this morning? After the MRMH this morning, did you see any follow throughs after that, or no? Joshua said didn't like to jump back down to the 60s before coming back to the high 70s and then the 80s. Right. I think because I think it did that under the minute mark. Is that what that was? The jump back down. Just the one I posted, which was good until 51. Okay. Got you. Got you. All right. See what this 320 looks like. This one might be interesting. And come on, internet, stay with me. Don't start acting funny. Come on, internet, stay, man, stay. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right, this one looks like it's out of position anyway. Yeah, it's out of position now. Tyler said Mark's so chill he falls asleep after getting confirmation. Because I damn sure did. Yep, I surely did. That MRMH posted, and then, like I said, the last thing I saw was what Joshua posted. He had posted a video after that. Yep, that was the last thing I saw, and I was gone. I couldn't even tell you when I went to sleep. Well, he said, just because the weekend is here doesn't mean training is ending. Training is a way of life for winners. Trading is a way of life for gamblers. Riley, you better chill before you drop the mic. JT said, I saw a valid setup afterwards. It went by very quick, so I didn't do nothing with it. JP, what's good, man? Right now, environment is nice. Environment is very nice right now. Behavior is still transitioning. And that's why you're seeing that level of instability still, because it's trying to get there solid, but it's transitioning. It's not just there. It's still in the process. Yep, still in the process. But this environment, I love when the market shifts into the environment like this. I love that. Because you're able to see what it's doing, like under a microscope, and then it either does it or it's like it either does it or it don't. You don't have to wonder, oh man, I wonder if I'm gonna get a trade. You either gonna get a trade or you're not, and that's it. And that's why there's so much value that you can assign to your trades, because you only gonna take it when you get it. You know what I'm? Oh, that's hard. That is hard. You only gonna take it when you get it. Mick said the option price was in the 90s at 1 minute all week. A lot of option price and movement during short micro movements. Shed light on liquidity. Yeah, that's excellent data right there. I see Mick is how Joshua is. You guys are very technical and analytical. That's good, man. That's very good. I'm like that too, but then I've also incorporated being like I look at the information and then once I see what it is, I don't care no more. Like, I just wait until I'm finished waiting. Once I get tired of waiting, then I just do something else. But I see how you guys do. You guys will be on, like, they'll be analyzing all weekend. They'll go back to old training videos, old video series, and they'll be looking at the market and gathering information. And that's how you guys definitely elevate, through the technical analysis of what the market be doing. Yep. Something else that does. That goes to show you how you're wired too. When you do it like that. The more technical that you are, I wouldn't say that it makes it more challenging for you, even though it does. It makes it more because you know more. Anytime you know more than everybody else, it's almost like a gift and it is kind of like a gift and a curse at the same time. But I'm not going to say a curse, because I don't believe that the negative aspect of it is going to supersede the positive aspect of it. But it is going to be more challenging for you because you're challenging yourself. Every time that you do that and you keep digging and digging and digging, you keep getting new information, and the new information that you get inspires more new information. So it's like that shit never stops. You keep digging and you keep finding this out and you find out that. Next thing you know, you got all of this, you have analytical data now, and it's like your brain is functioning like a damn computer. So it's almost like you be looking at the chart and you analyzing it. You like, all right, let me see. All right, so on that one, I noticed on the last 17 binaries, within the last 47 and a half seconds on average, there's been option pricing where the blah, blah, blah. And next thing you know, you're like, oh shit. Like, what I just say? Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's good. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not a bad thing. But what it does is it increases the accountability that you give to yourself, because now it's like you got this information and it's like you got to do something with the information. And what you do with the information is you uncover something, and then you move on to the next thing, and then you uncover more. And it's like you just keep learning more and more, and you keep elevating. But at the same time, now you also have to deal with the consequence of the elevation. It's kind of like being given something that's valuable, and because you were given the something that's valuable, now it's like you got to protect it. So you don't just protect it. You're overprotective of it because you know how valuable it is. It's weird, man. It's very weird. But the reason I'm able to describe it is because I've been through that. I definitely have. I was able to, fortunately, over time, like find the balance because I never, like now at this point, I don't ever let things get to the point where they stress. If it starts to stress me, I'm out. As soon as I feel stress, I'm gone. I don't care. I'm not going to allow the stress to kick in. And it can become stressful for you because it's valuable that you keep uncovering new information and you keep getting data. But then at the same time, it's like you got to be so careful because it's a thin line to do analysis paralysis. Like you can do that to the point where it almost like cripple you a little bit, like kind of. It's weird. It's very weird. But I know that you guys are not going to do that because I'm not going to let you do that. That's why I'm talking about it. That's exactly why I brought that up. Because I can pick up and I can detect what direction that you're moving in. And I just throw it out there so that you have it in the back of your mind. And you know, like, no, oh, okay, yeah, this is what he was talking about. Hell yeah. Yup. You ain't gonna let that shit cripple you. Look at what Jermaine just said. See, this is what I love. I always get the confirmation back every time. He said, do you think that causes overthinking the process? Yes. Hell yeah. It doesn't automatically cause you to overthink the process, but it puts you in a position to overthink the process now because you know more. You got more information. So now when you process it, even though you're trying to get more information to simplify it, more information because of how you are as a human being, at first is going to complicate it a little bit for you at first. So you feel like, you know, you've achieved because you're like, yeah, this is good information. This is good data. And it is. But it's like, if you do that too much and you don't give yourself the room that you need to kind of breathe also, that could paralyze you analytically. And that's what analysis paralysis is. And it does cause you to overthink the whole process that you're trying to simplify. So the same process that you're attempting to simplify can become complicated. And that's where I always want to make sure that you don't go to, because it's easy to do that. It's a thin line. It's a very thin line. And you know, I see how some of you move. So I'm like, I got to make sure I stay on top of them because, you know, I want you to be careful. Like, you got to give yourself that room to breathe. You have to. It's kind of like breaking up your chart time. Think about, can you imagine if you didn't break up your chart time? Can you imagine just being in front of the chart for hours and you don't break the time up? How would you be? Like, just think about that. That's a simple one. If you sat at the chart for 5-6 hours straight, what would you be like? Like your mental state and everything. How would you be? First of all, you would have bags under your eyes. You would be tired as hell. You would be exhausted and you would be frustrated. Because if you are on the charts for 5-6 hours straight and nothing happens, like you don't get a trade, you don't see MRMH, that's an emotional, immediate reaction that you're going to have. Like, damn, man, I've been on here 6 hours. I ain't see shit. It's like, well, you didn't see anything, but it's okay. But to you, you don't feel like it's okay because you committed that time. So you feel like you put that time in. So it's almost like you feel entitled to something happening. You see what I'm saying? So you can see how thin the lines are. The lines are very thin. That's why I always pay attention and I observe what you're doing just to make sure that you don't overstep that line and then make it more difficult for yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's always good to dialogue. Always. Always. And that's how we keep each other on point. Definitely. Um, JT said, I just recorded the last binary and I said that one released information at 310. Very good. That's the same one that I was talking about, right? The 310. He said it was the continuation of the 310 range at 315. A lot of information was determined through the 315. Got you. Cindy said, did he ever come back? Who, Cindy? Me? Yeah, I came back. Cindy is a trip. Don said, the thing is, being on the chart for so many hours will actually force you to do something you have no business doing. Right. Right. Joshua said, Juice Man going wild with that much time on the chart. I'd rather just set a short time to focus and then go about my business after I'm done observing. If a trade comes, it comes. Right. Exactly. If he dies, he dies. Who know what that's from? If he dies, he dies. Come on, movie buffs. What movie is that from? Joshua said a movie. Thank you, Mick. Yes. Annie know which one it was from. Yes, Rocky 4. Rocky 4. Yes, sir. That's when he fought Drago, remember? And Drago killed Apollo. Remember Apollo fought Drago first. And Drago was on steroids and he took Apollo's head off. Killed him. And that's what he said. That's what he had to say about it. He was like, if he dies, he dies. Yo, it never fails. It literally never, ever, ever fails. I'm in a whole nother state with a big ass parking lot. There's mad spaces over here to the right of me. And this dude chooses to park right here. Why? Even out of state, I gotta go through this shit. Why? Yo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This literally, I kid you not, I just counted 17 spaces within this area where I'm at right now. 17 spaces. And this dude pulls up right here next to me. I don't even got nothing to say, man. I don't know what that is. Jesus. Jermaine said, don't ever trade when you're tired. Learn my lesson. Don said, Scarface. Don said, Mick, you should know you were in Rocky. JP liked the Mr. T fight. I feel you on that one. Yep, I feel you on that one. Yeah, man, yo, what is that? Why? Like literally, you park right next to me and you gotta like try to hold your door to keep your door from hitting the car. Why wouldn't you just park one? Put one space between us. What the hell? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, Dolph Lundgren, exactly. Exactly. Matthew said he parks like an employee, not a boss. Is that what it is? Like for real? Like why? Do you feel more secure parking next to me? You scared to park over there by yourself? You lonely? Like for real? What is that? Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Oh yeah, yeah. Mr. T was Clubber Lang. That was his character. That was actually one of the best Rockies. Actually, that was good because Mr. T actually brought a real champ because he beat Rocky first, right? He fought Rocky first and beat him. Then they fought the rematch and then he lost in the second one. But that was more of a real challenge for Rocky because that was when Rocky really wasn't Rocky yet. Like when he fought him the first time, he wasn't Rocky yet. He became Rocky after that. Yep. Because he was getting at him. He was like, man, you beating, you talking about you the champ. You over here beating punks. These ain't real boxers. And he got at him. Yes, he did. I always loved Mr. Tito. I had loved him ever since the 18. Yep. Yeah, he definitely was a character classic. Yes. And Mick said he was the trainer. Yes, indeed. Don said you have a lot of basic people in life. That's what it is. Is that what it is? Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. It's so crazy because I mean, anytime I look at it, I'm like you going out of your way to park right next to somebody. Why would you do that? There's like an infinite number of spaces over there. That's retarded to me. JP said he killed his trainer. Who you talking about, Rocky? Matter of fact, I think Mick had died when he fought. Who was he fighting? Was he fighting Apollo? I'm trying to remember who he did he die before or during the fight with Apollo or with Mr. T? And matter of fact, I think he lost the fight and then Mick died, right? Mick was laid out in the locker room. And Rocky lost and then came back there and was talking to him before he died, right? And was crying and all that. No, that it wasn't Rocky 4, it was before that. It was either the Mr. T fight or when he fought Apollo. One or the other. You know what? It was the Apollo fight. I think it was the Apollo fight because then when he beat Apollo, then Apollo trained him. Apollo trained him, I think, to fight the Mr. T fight. Right? That was after that. It was Mr. T, right? Okay. Yeah, Rocky's a classic. That's a classic movie right there. Classic set of movies. I remember when Apollo died, I was crying, man. Yeah, I was crying. I was a kid, I was crying about that. I was hurt. Because I didn't understand. I was like, wait, he died? You know, like how you just be bugging out. You like, all right, he's hurt, he'll recover. Maybe he ain't going to be able to box again. but he died in that movie, and that it's like it just threw off everything. It was crazy. So it was like, all right, now you gotta beat this dude. Yeah, Apollo died fighting Dolph Lundgren. Yep. And I said, you know what else is classic? Death Wish. With what's the guy? The guy from Braveheart. Is that who was in Death Wish? What's his name? It's the dude that played as Braveheart. He played William Wallace, and he played in the other one, the Patriot. What's his name? Oh, Death Wish is with Charles Bronson? I'm thinking about something totally different then. I'm thinking about the movie with the cars. Mel Gibson. Thank you. Sheesh. Yes, Mel Gibson. He said, damn it. That's how I felt just now. Yep. That's exactly what I was feeling just now. I'm like, who the hell? What's the hell is his name again? Jermaine said, Mark, I never heard anybody say retarded more than you. I agree. I agree. But it's applicable most of the time. Yep. He said, or snap. Ooh, JT bringing it back. Yeah, Roadhouse was a classic movie. I love that movie too. I was hurt when your man killed. What's the gray head guy? Now I'm horrible with these names right now. The dude that was his man. Remember the dude stabbed him in the chest at the bar and left the knife in his chest? What's his name? Something Elliott. Sam Elliott. Literally got the phone sitting in front of the AC. So it should cool off now. Should cool off. Yeah, this phone straight be overheating. Hopefully the phone don't fall from where it is. If it does, hey, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, but Roadhouse, that was definitely a classic movie. What else? A few classic joints. I actually like Dirty Dancing with Patrick. I like Dirty Dancing. I like Grease. Some of y'all might be mad at me for liking Grease though. Tyler said my phone is retarded. I agree. I concur. It is retarded, but it still works. Listen. I'm gonna have this phone literally until the shit falls apart. So it only really did something crazy one time. It was at it was actually during a Facebook Live I did at Starbucks, and the whole audio was off. It was terrible. I thought it was my mic. Remember, I thought the mic had died. It wasn't the mic. It was the phone. Yep, it was the phone. But this phone right here been through war. I got mad war stories for this phone. So it's gonna be around until it literally just don't work no more. I got the AC cooling it off right now. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. So this one right here, this is probably gonna be the last binary that we watch because it's 350. So there's only 2 more after this. This right here. See, this is a good example right here. If this was during the last minute and it was in position like this, that would be ideal right there. But this will still be interesting to watch. We'll see what this does. Because maybe it'll stay there instead of moving out of position. Maybe it'll stay in position. Watch this one real quick. It looks like it's pricing out. Yeah, it's moving. It's moving in favor of the trade. And there's the back ticks. All right, yeah, so that's a DQ anyway. Okay. Yep, DQ anyhow. DQ. Dairy Queen. So now it's 2 binaries left, the 350 and then the 4 o'clock. But at this point I would be logging out. It ain't nothing to do, it's nothing to see here, you know, that type of thing. But this was an interesting week. It was very interesting. Definitely another awesome week of training. And we had a couple of MRMHs this week. Whew. Jermaine said it has clear videos, especially pre-recorded videos. Oh yeah, the phone, right? Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. And see, that's another thing too. Like when you get a new phone and then the quality look different, that's one of the things that really irks my nerves. I knew that was gonna happen. Sorry. It's cold now. Ooh, this thing is mad cold now. It feel like ice. I put it back up here. Yeah, but that's one of the things that really irks my nerves. Like when you get a new phone and then the quality is not the same, like with the videos and stuff. It's just different. Like on this phone, the colors and everything are more vivid. It picks up lighting better. It takes better pictures. My wife got an iPhone. This takes better pictures than her phone. Even she said it. So I'm like, you can talk all the shit that you want about this phone. This phone ain't going nowhere until it just die. If it died, then I don't have no choice. But aside from that, nah, I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it, Papo. Well, I still got this chart open, so I'm gonna take a look at this last 355, and then I'll log out after that. Ooh, excuse me. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Speed kick back then. Speed kick back there. So, ooh, excuse me. So y'all look at this last one. Take a look at this last one right here, and tell me what's DQing this. Oh, you don't even gotta. You don't even. Never mind. You don't even gotta tell me. Jesus, that's log out time right there. Shit. All right, logged out. All done. All done. Yeah, that was horrible. That I don't even know if that was speed. That just was. That was time to log out. Shit. Yes, it was. All right, so it's almost 4. So I'm gonna do the Starbucks recap soon, like in the next 20 minutes. Starbucks literally right up the block. So I'm gonna go up there, do the weekly recap, talk shit, get some nuggets in. Y'all know what it is. And that's it. I think I'm gonna change this shirt. This shirt right now is soaked. I'm in here in the AC and still sweating like crazy. 91 degrees. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. The timing of the behavior was horrible. It was as soon as that last minute opened, it just was acting stupid. But it's all good. So we'll talk about the week and how we did and all of that when I see y'all at Starbucks. All right. So I'm out. Peace, YouTube. I will catch y'all when? Monday? Yeah, on Monday, I think. But I'm down here on business. I'm actually I'll let y'all know where I'm gonna be at because I'm actually out of state right now. So I don't even know who's in this area, but I'm gonna let you know where I'm gonna be kind of stationary at, and if anybody, I don't know where y'all live and all of that. Like a lot of people live probably where I'm at, but I don't know. I'll let y'all know in the group chat, see who might be in the area. Maybe I could holler at somebody. You dig? JJ, I have a question. Yeah, what's up? Whew. Stopping yourself from doing dumb stuff even when you know the market ain't right and you still trade. Did you have this problem? Yes. Hell yeah. So you said you previously tricked your mind to accept losing. Any tricks on stopping yourself from doing dumb shit? The trick is that there's no trick to it. You just got to stop. I think that that's the trick. The trick is to just like cold turkey. Who's JJ? JJ, who are you? Are you in training? I probably know who this is, but I don't. Y'all know I be forgetting because y'all be having different names on different platforms. So I don't even know who this is. Wendell, what's happening, man? Ed said, silent. Silence. Yo, Dragonfly Jones is my favorite Martin character. That's crazy. Silence. He was like, it is a pleasure for you to meet me. I am Dragonfly Jones. This is my humble assistant, Kenji. And then Kenji proceeded to beat his ass. JT said he ain't mad at me liking Grease. Stay gold, pony boy. Jay said, no, sir, I'm looking to trade, but I'm noticing the live commentary that you don't really trade. Yeah, I mean, if I'm on and there is no trade, then no, I'm not going to trade. And I know that when people look at that, they're like, damn, did this dude ever trade? Yeah, we definitely trade. But you see that when, especially during the commentaries, when we're on the charts, we're looking at all the reasons not to trade. That's the part that people have the problem with. You don't understand yet what it takes to be that disciplined to not do anything if the market is not giving you the trade. So what it leads to is you repeatedly do dumb shit. It's gonna happen. If you get impatient, if you get anxious, if you get exhausted, if you feel entitled, and what I mean by feeling entitled is like, you might have been on the charts for 3 days. You've been on the charts for 3 days and you feel like, all right, I haven't gotten a trade in 3 days. I deserve a trade. And in your mind, you like, I deserve a trade, but you might deserve a trade. Who decides if you deserve a trade or not? The market. And you can't really say to yourself, I deserve a trade, or, I got to get a trade, because now what you're doing is you're trying to force the market to decide something that the market has not decided. You can't tell the market what you want. The market don't give a shit about none of us. The market doesn't even know that any of us is here. You understand that, right? Whatever the market is doing on its own, and it's going to do it on its own, regardless of whether you trade or not. So you have to condition yourself to be on the side of the market where the market is smooth and stable and it's decisive with what it's doing. It's not iffy. It's like, just associate this for a second. Iffy is unstable, erratic. Like, oh snap, you saw that? Market just does a crazy move out of nowhere. You don't understand what happened. That's the market being iffy. That's the market being indecisive, if you want to characterize it. So do you want to trade when the market is being indecisive? Hell no. If it's being indecisive, it could slap you. It will slap you. It's not decisive. So you're learning and conditioning yourself to become patient so you can wait for the market to give you that affirmative, decisive, stable type of behavior, where it's like, all right, I'm doing this right now, my dude. Let's go. You with it? I'm here. Take it or leave it. Those are the moments where it's like, all right, the market giving it up now. But you ain't gonna know what that looks like if you repeatedly continue to do dumb things while you're in the process of waiting for the market to present that behavior. This is why I talk about environment and behavior all the time, because that's what it is. Just think about the market like an animal that you can't tame, but it has moments where it is tamed, where it's like, all right, right now he's settled down, he's relaxed, he's chilling. Let me go over and pet him now. You go over and pet him, and now he's not gonna kick you. You go over and try to pet him while he's being erratic, and he kicks you. He's not a pet. If you had an opportunity to pet him, it's because he was calm. But he still ain't your pet. He's like, yeah, all right, you can pet me now, but when I'm on my bullshit, you better don't touch me. That's the market. So I don't know if that's gonna help you that much, but I believe that it will. I believe that it will. As said, he trades and he trains too. And over 100 live commentary, never seen you trade, maybe once only. That could very well be the case. I think I might have traded maybe 2 or 3 times at the most while I was actually on the commentary. But that goes to show you that the market does not do what you want it to do just because you're there. And the takeaway from when you see what we're doing while I'm on commentary is that I'm talking through what the market is doing at that block of time while I'm doing the commentary. You understand what I'm saying? There are many times where there will be no trades while I'm on the commentary during that time, but then we get trades later that evening when I'm not here. We get trades before we do live training at night. Sometimes we'll get a trade during live training at night. Sometimes we'll get a trade in the middle of the night, 2, 3 in the morning. Sometimes we'll get a trade in the AM, early in the morning, 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes late morning. Sometimes afternoon before I come on commentary. So you see how it's a continuous thing where we're monitoring the market. We don't know when the market is going to position itself and don't care. The reason I do commentary is so that you can see the process that we're using in real time, giving us reasons not to trade. Just think about it for a second. If I'm doing live commentary and don't trade, and you took trades during the commentary in the same market that I'm watching, and I'm going through all the reasons to not trade, and you're taking trades. Just think about that for a moment. You're taking trades while I'm explaining reasons that we ain't trade at all. Going through the processes and all of that. What's the takeaway from, where's the value in that? The value in that is tremendous, because if I'm explaining why I didn't trade and you traded, why did you trade? What's the reason for you taking a trade? And listen to the question that you just asked. This is for JJ specifically. JJ was asking, how do you stop doing retarded stuff in the market? How do you stop doing stupid shit? You have to stop. You have to stop. You're gonna have to stop doing that. So the commentary, that's one thing that can help you. Mind you, this is stuff that is available to everybody. Like, this is like, without you even being in training, on the commentary is like being in the training. Because I'm talking through all of the scenarios and we're discussing various things regarding the market that give you the reasons why not. Not the reasons, oh, hey, yeah, this is a good trade right here. As a matter of fact, I remember a commentary specifically where it was a blueprint trade that I took during the commentary. And as a matter of fact, if you watch the blueprint series, go through them, you'll hear me talking on the commentary as I took the trade. And I was talking to Walker. Joshua was on at the time. He was on the commentary and we were talking about it. I was like, Joshua, look at this one. And I'm like, look, is that it? Oh, that's it. Bang. And it was like, oh, snap, that quick. This happened in real time on the commentary. So you see how rare it can be to actually get a trade during a block of time, because I'm only on the commentary for maybe 2 hours. 3 at the most. I don't know. Wait, have I ever done 3 hours? I might have done 3 hours maybe once. But most of the time it's like an hour and a half to 2 hours. So the market is open 23 hours out the day. I'm on live commentary for 2. I can't force the market to do what I wanted to do during those 2 hours. You see the point that I'm making? The same way I can't force the market to do what I wanted to do during live training, when we do live training for 2 hours. I can't force it to do what I wanted to do when we not on together at all. When I'm in the house, I can't force it to do it. You can't either. We can't force the market to do anything. The market does what it wants. Your job is to develop skill so that you know what the market looks like when it ain't on bullshit. You know what the market looks like when the behavior is it's calm, so we can pet it now. Let's pet the horse. We ain't petting him when he's wilding. We nowhere near him when he's wilding, because he's gonna kick your ass. You getting straight kicked to the chest. That's the equivalent of losing. So if you want to stop losing, you're gonna have to stop doing dumb shit. You want to stop doing dumb shit, you got to go cold turkey and stop. And you have to do things that offset the urge to do dumb shit. This is why I do commentary. When we on here, if you on here listening to me, you're less likely to trade during the market's bullshit. Think about that. Is that valuable? Hell yeah. It's going to force you to keep your money in your account. Otherwise, you will do dumb shit. And you will continue to repeat it. And there's nothing worse than you doing something stupid while I'm on the commentary telling you the reasons not to trade. That right there hurts. When we talking through it and we're like, damn, the market is almost there, but not quite. Ooh, it's giving out 5-second slaps. And it's like, damn, he right. That shit it just slapped me. Yeah, because you're doing things you don't know why you're doing them. Why are you trading? If you don't know the reasons why you're taking trades, and you don't know the reasons why you're not taking trades, you got a problem. You already got a problem. You already at a disadvantage. We know everything. We know why we're not doing it. We know why we are going to do it. And we're not going to do it until the market gives it the permission to do it. And the market literally gives it to us. So we don't got to do nothing extra. I'm not trying to do nothing else. I'm trying to win all my trades. I'm training everybody in the group. We only going to win our trades. That's it. And we're going to give maximum value because we can do that. Omar, you're not scared to scale up? No, I'm not. Why would you be scared to scale up? Oh, that's not good money management to risk the whole thing. Shut up. You don't even know what you're talking about. I'm not talking to you, JJ. I'm just talking. This is how people be talking about money management and, oh, the risk reward is terrible on your trades. The risk reward is terrible on your trades. You got a 2-to-1 risk reward and still lost. You got a 4-to-1 risk reward and still lost. Whose risk reward is terrible? I'm only gonna make $17 to $20, but I'm gonna make $17 to $20. You're gonna lose $17 to $20 if you trade against me. That's it. That's a hard pill for people to swallow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let me move this before this thing. I want this thing to overheat. Hold up. All right, this thing charging. Come on, phone, don't fall. Stay right there. Is it gonna stay? It ain't gonna stay. I gotta hold it. But hold up real quick. I wanna read these comments real quick before I go. As I said, just because you have not seen Mark trade doesn't mean he doesn't. He's just on at the most convenient time for the market to give it up, though. It's then that he makes magic happen as long as the market is giving it up. That's it. That's all facts. Holly said lunch with Mark. Joshua, don't expect the weather to change just because you walked outside. Ooh. Same goes for when you step into the market. Learn to read the forecast so you know when to prepare for chicken dinner. Ernest said, reminds me of a skip on Mad TV. A shrink's treatment was to tell the patient to stop it. Stop doing that shit. Ernest said, Mark, how come you don't take trades on the Saturday commentary? I think that was a joke. which is hilarious. Dad said, what in the world is money management when you're winning? Ooh, that's mic drop. That's mic drop. JJ said, there are many ways to trade. I'm confused how you trade when you don't trade 99% of the time. When the market always has opportunity, it's a matter of navigating it. Well, listen, you know, you just gave an interesting statistic. You said you don't trade 99% of the time. Think about that statement. What percentage of people lose in the market? 99%? Think about that. Listen to what you just said. I'm not trading 99% of the time, and 99% of everybody's losing. What is that telling you? That's the mic drop right there. I'm out. I see y'all at Starbucks.